Fetzy. I'm still current wakeboard world champion at the masters category. I was 3 times European champion, 7 times Austrian champion, and of course I love wake surfing as well. And today I will teach you the 360.
Very important, at first grab a skim style board that is thin and has small or even no fins, so it can spin much easier. A surf style board with big fins will make it more difficult at the beginning. The following pre-exercises will help you. Hold the handle with the back hand and do a surface frontside 180. Learn to ride switch with your back facing the wake. This will be very helpful with the second part of your 360. Pass the handle to the other hand and touch the wake gently with your front hand to initiate a switch frontside 180, which is also called half cap in snowboard or skateboard language. Don't straighten up your body, otherwise you will fall backwards. Push the shoulders down to your knees and toes. Stay compact and small and keep the balance. The board shouldn't get too vertical. It should be more parallel to the water surface. Practice the rotation with the handle in the flat water. Get some speed from the wake. Start to spin before it pulls you back into the wake. The weight distribution between the front and the back leg is 50-50. Stay centered over the board. You only see my butt because I press down my shoulders to my toes to keep the body center low. Practice the half cap again, but this time without the handle in your hand. If you can manage it, you will be able to handle the second part of your 360. Because it just consists of 2 180s. Now let's practice the first 180. Get some speed from the wake, ride into the flat on your rope and try to shift the board 90 degrees backside on the water surface. This is also called backside shifty or backside lip slide. Upper and lower body are twisted in opposite directions. I'm standing centered over the board again, and the balance between the front and the back leg is 50-50. As a next step, try it on the wake, but still hold on to the handle, so you have a backup if you lose the balance, like I did on my first try. On the wake, this trick is also called frontside board slide or front board. Without handle, hold the position for a short moment, otherwise you will drift away backwards. The front board is important if you want to perform the 360 on a surf style board with long fins, where you will manage to release the fins. If the front board is not working, don't waste too much time on it. With a skim style board, the 360 will also work out just fine. Now you can try the 360. Don't take speed, almost do it on the same spot. Make sure to be in the lower third of the wake, where it is not too slippery. Turn both palms of your hands to the boat. Squat down, stick both hands until the wrist deep into the wake. Look over your back shoulder until you see the boat again. And try to finish a full 360. It doesn't matter if you lose the wake, like I did. At the next attempt, I over-rotate. The nose of the board is pointing too much up to the wake. This is like I'm riding uphill, so I lose speed. I rescued this one by touching with the rear hand into the wake to turn the board back. Therefore, I was able to stay in the pocket of the wake and I got picked up again. Here I got a back leaning, because I raised my upper body too much instead of pushing the shoulders down to the toes. My weight was too much over the back foot instead of being centered over the board. There are several versions of the 360. Some people spin very fast and all at once, but they only land 1 out of 3 tries. It's more like gambling. Sometimes you rotate too much, another time too less. My way of doing a 360 is to separate into two 180s and dose the last half rotation to not over-rotate or drift away. I get a little speed from the back of the wake, touch with my back hand into the wake, focus just on the first 180 and ride switch in the wake for a short moment. At this point I check if I'm too slow, too fast, if I'm too much in the flat water or too high in the wake. Important, stay close to the wake and make yourself small. In my case I put pressure on the back foot to put the brakes on, because I don't want to get too close to the boat. The board shouldn't get too vertical, it should be more parallel to the water surface. Here you can see how I stick to the T-rule. My body center and therefore my center of gravity are over the center of the board, which results in an upside down T. The last 90 degrees I finish very slow to not over-rotate. Actually I was spinning almost on the same position, in the sweet spot and in the pocket of the wake. At the first 180 I put pressure on my toe side edge. At the second 180 I changed to my heel side edge. And finally back to my toe side again. One of the most important secret tips is take care to your back knee, which is slightly folded inwards for the speed control, especially when you recognize that you are losing the wake, like I do on the last 90 degrees. By this tiny knee down, my body center is moving forward and produces speed. More at my YouTube trick tip, the knee down. Add, for example, a little ollie, which is a jump, to your first 180. Next step, try a 720. Or even more 360s in a row.
I wish you good luck with your first 360 and on the Wakesurfer, and of course you can visit me anytime here at my school in Austria for a personal one-on-one coaching.